Hey YouTube, today we are reacting to some One Piece. Uh, let's see how this works out. I made some background and stuff so you kind of know where I am at the chapter. I'm also reading some of it, but I hope this will not get strike down. You barely can tell anything. It's more just so that you know where I am at and so on. Okay, let's just begin. Chapter 1116 Inner Conflict. Ogre Child, Yamato's Golden Harvest. Otsuru gave me medicine and dumplings. Nice. Oh, what was he called? Urushima is there in the background for some reason. I don't think that he should be allowed to be alive. After what he did to that, he ate this one animal. I remember in Wano, he forced people to eat. He forced people to cook their pet for him. So fuck this guy. Other than that, nice. The weapons that sank the world into the sea are still lurking around somewhere. The war from 800 years is still going. Where? How could any of them still be alive? Interesting. That's not a picture of Vivi. I guess this is a picture of Nefertari Lily, who just looks a lot like Vivi does. How can this war still be ongoing if no one knows about it? It's interesting, actually, that I just thought about it. It's interesting that Nefertari Vivi is as a picture in Imu's room, simply because Imu seemed very aggressive towards the mention of Nefertari Lily. I'm sorry, of Lily, and she is the one that kind of ruined their plans. So interesting why he would have or she would have a picture of Lily. Explain Vegapunk. Sadly, I owe you all my deepest apologies, but I need you to understand why. Cobra getting kind of a funeral, I guess. Pell is there. Why is Pell still alive? Good question. No one knows. Pell doesn't need to be in the story. I wanted to create the energy that would. I wanted to create the energy that would power the industry of the world to come. And though it is still incomplete, I have at last reached a practical stage of my life's work. The mother flame, a fire that never goes out. It is an energy source that will one day in the future enrich the lives of people all over the world. Unfortunately, one little piece of that flame has been stolen, and the fault of this lies entirely with me. Cypherpole's in the center of the island. The flames are too intense, we can't get there. There's some major shaking going on up here. What happened, Edison? I'm kinda stunned too. This is crazy. The basement lab of the labor phase and the Cypherpole agents fell down there. And now I can't send more island clouds up to the Straw Hats. Fell down? What do you mean, fell down? One of those crazy five elders is heading your way. Please, Dusty, you gotta run. I mentioned before, I mentioned it in the live reaction that I couldn't upload because I forgot to put on the mic. That I think Stussy and Kaku are quite interesting on how they will decide to live afterwards, because Stussy obviously went against the world government, and Kaku always seems like he shouldn't be there, you know? And now that Kaku kind of hears Stussy, I wonder if anything in Kaku's position changes. May I free Kaku, Edison? Okay, well, should have waited for him to speak about it. I guess we get some more content on it. They might be punished for their actions. I won't let him go after the Straw Hats, and I know the first thing he will do if he's released. Okay. I get it, Stussy. I'm sorry for putting him through this. He was a friend, wasn't he? I'm sorry for making you betray that friendship. But you still went ahead and saved us. I know you wish you could have been true to both. That kind of inner conflict is a calling card of humanity's destiny. Oh, that's kind of cute. Follow your heart and do whatever it takes to survive. I will. Around 2 weeks after the theft of the flame, the sky over Lulusia shone with a powerful light, and the kingdom vanished without a trace, according to reports. After that was when I observed the first signs of a worldwide earthquakes. As a scientist, and with utmost pride in its development, I can tell you this: there was an ancient weapon. Nothing but the Mother Flame could have created so much energy. Lucia is gone. Not too much. We'll go and find it. Okay, King of Prudence, still making an appearance. The flame that I created was used to activate an ancient weapon. I know nothing about who might have carried this out, but the results speak for themselves. My actions have led directly or indirectly to the loss of many human lives, a fact that weighs most deeply upon my soul. I am so sorry. I think, is this the first time where Vegapunk apologizes for the weapons he made? Because he made many weapons. Like, it's not the first time that he made a weapon. I guess he just probably didn't know that the ancient weapons needed that kind of energy. I don't think he would know that, so he didn't do it. This time he didn't do it with knowledge. I have inadvertently proven that the man-made disaster that once sank the world is possible again. No, Vegapunk, it's not your fault. It's... I wonder what Oda is trying to say with that. Is he like saying, just because you made a weapon possible, it is still the fault of whoever used it? But at the same time, in Water 7, Oda's point of Frankie was kind of to say, hey, no matter why you made a weapon, weapons are always used, so you shouldn't make a weapon in the first place. So it doesn't have to be conflicting, what Oda is trying to say, but I guess this time it's different because Vegapunk didn't make the weapon, he just made the fuel happen without knowledge. I guess that's for future discussion. Like, depending how the arc ends, it may speak differently about Vegapunk. But Vegapunk is definitely a very great character. His advancement on science, him making all the pacifistas and everything, it's still very shady, to say the least, in my opinion. What does that mean? Pluto is Hashlot Monosuke. In the crocodile being shown. Crocodile going after ancient weapons. I still want more crocodile. In the past, there were 3 ancient weapons, and Joyboy attempted to preserve them for the future. Why would he do that for such dangerous things? Have we not sunk far enough? Who is the true evil here, and who fights the good fight? The day will come when all of the answers are laid bare. It's cool to kind of bring the perspective of like why did Joy Boy leave those weapons still active, but I guess Joy Boy knew that the world government would not be defeated otherwise, kind of a thing. The day will come. Yeah, just read that. And Sengoku eating cookies nervously, I guess. And I warn you, that moment will happen when we reach the very precipice of the world's drowning. The Void Century is still ripe with mystery. However, there are some who have learned the truth. You're really going to tell them everything, Vegapunk? Akainu doing his normal burning his cigarette in his hand. Classic. The king of the pirates crew. Pirates Y, Crocus, looking up. Why are the secrets of the world in the hands of pirates? We're in terrible danger. Hey, wait, that doesn't make sense, Stella. How did you know that I stole the Mother Flame from you? I stopped synchronizing, you couldn't have known. And I know you're terrible at lying and acting. You were truly shocked when you found out. York? Was this all you're doing? I mean, Vegapunk could be shocked that it was York, but he still could have known that it was stolen. You received the information about Lucia and then observed the data? What does that mean? When? The timeline doesn't add up. Did you know about the government's response? If that's the case, I've been wrong all along. He wouldn't do anything as tepid as just hiding the transmission transponder snail. Like I forget the names. I still have to remember like who is whom. But one of the elders just sucking up his own people seems kind of weird. I mean, it fits, but it's still like you're not doing anyone any favor. 5 elders. I know where the transponder snail is. You're certain? Absolutely. I'm Vegapunk too, you know. The transmission transponder snail is under the protection of the Iron Giant in the Fabre phase. Oh yeah, that's a good place. Still have to know what the Giant's deal is about, but I guess Oda is gonna tell us in about like 200 chapters or something. When they learned all of the true history, why did they drift apart without telling anyone? Why didn't they act on it? Hey Ray, you had too much to drink. It's not like you to be this wiped out. Just an old man and you're telling them too much, Vegapunk. Don't be a fool. Us old folk should keep our secrets. Don't rob the youngins all of the fun, right, Roger? Okay. This chapter was kind of slow. I think all of those chapters where Vegapunk is doing his speech are much better read in one full swing, because weekly it's a little slow, but I still think it's not egregiously slow. Yeah, like seeing all the people react to it and all and seeing past characters again kind of needs to happen, because the information that Vegapunk is telling the world is super huge for the people, like less for the readers than for the actual people. So he kind of needs to show the world around and to show how the world reacts to it. Yeah. But this chapter was just a setup chapter. It feels like nothing too huge. Next chapter is not next week. Ah, oh, damn it. Week break. Feels bad, man. But yeah, anyway, I hope you liked my reaction. I don't have much to talk with this chapter, honestly. I don't think this chapter is that huge. Um, I guess now the five elders will fight the Iron Giant, at least try to kill the Iron Giant, and we'll see how absolutely sturdy the giant is what I'm suspecting. I don't think the giant will be destroyed, because it would be very weird for Oda to send in the giant and destroy it right afterwards. Yeah, except Oda could go in the way of like making Frankie rebuild the Iron Giant, but I don't think that will happen. I feel like the Giant will survive this somehow. But yeah, we shall see. Pretty good chapter, but nothing too special, nothing too crazy, and can't wait for next chapter and how this arc is going to conclude. So yeah, that's it. Bye. Hope it was kind of fun, and hope my camera. I just saw that my camera was kind of weird, but I hope it worked out. Have fun. See you next. See you in 2 weeks, I guess, for next chapter. I mean, I do other videos, right? But next chapter reaction would be in 2 weeks. Bye.